A war that was launched under Nixon 40 years ago with budgets that are really nominal compared to the amount of money that we're spending today. Look, we've arrested over 20 million Americans in this country since 1965 just for marijuana. Just for marijuana, not even accounting for the other drugs. We are spending an inconceivable amount of taxpayer dollars at the state, federal, and local level, yet we have not dissuaded the use of illicit substances in this country at any time, and even the drug czar will admit to that.
Paul, before I let you go, you made some very kind public comments about our work on Freedom Watch with respect to that raid in Columbia, Missouri, and I thank you for them. We'll keep watching that story, and we won't hold our breaths waiting for the feds to indict those cops for the violations of the civil liberties of the people that lived in that house. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a lawyer.
I'm a journalist.
I'm a student.
I'm a teacher.
I'm a representative.
I have cancer.
The outdated laws of prohibition are more dangerous than the plant itself.
I lost my scholarship.
I was fired.
20 million arrests since 1965. This is getting ridiculous.
Our prisons are overcrowded with non-violent offenders.
We have the opportunity to change.
This is costing our country billions of dollars.
Making my family and I fight in a courtroom is difficult enough when I'm already fighting through chemotherapy.
There's no reason to be scared by tradition anymore.
We can stop this.
We can stop this.
We are the American people.
We can stop this.
And you have our support.
We're old,
Young.
Straight.
Gay.
we're every race and nationality.
And we're not going to give up.
You can tax it.
You can regulate it.
Apply age restrictions.
You can create millions of new jobs.
We can save our economy.
President Obama?
It's time for legalization.
Legalization.
Yes.
We
Can.
This has been a public service announcement.
Oh, it's a miracle. I mean, I was almost helpless.
Mabel Macer is 82 years old. At one point, she was taking as many as 17 prescription drugs for pain. Now, she just takes her heart medicine and a medical marijuana cocktail twice daily. Mabel didn't like the idea of medical marijuana.
Oh my, I thought that was horrible.
But after seeing media reports, she thought it might keep her out of the nursing home.
If I can find something that will make me quit hurting, I'll take it. And that's just what I'm doing.
Mabel says she's far more lucid now that she's off the narcotics. Before, she could barely walk to her door. Now, she walks around the block. But Mabel's primary care physician expressed concern that medical marijuana would complicate her conditions. In a letter to Mabel, he said if she continued marijuana use, he would have no choice but to dismiss her from his practice.
It is a major challenge for patients around the state to find a physician willing to recommend. Unfortunately, a number of physicians in the state are restricted from providing a recommendation to their normal patients because of where they're currently employed.
Mabel says she's just happy to be herself again.
It's against the law right now, but the push is on to legalize marijuana in Motown. A new pot petition now in the hands of Detroit City Council.
But Detroit voters could make the final decision. Fox 2's Taryn Asher live in Detroit, where she talked to the guy who put the petition together. Taryn?
Well, you know, it's important to point out that the proposal to legalize marijuana in the city of Detroit has nothing to do with the current medical marijuana law. But there does have one thing in common. The petition organizer who says it's about time.
I believe that one way to be effective in politics is to focus on a single issue.
So far, his strategy is working. Tim Beck is the one who first led the effort to legalize medical marijuana in the city of Detroit and then the state. Now he says he's on to bigger and better things. Beck, who owns a health insurance agency, now spends his free time pushing to legalize pot in the city of Detroit.
I don't believe that I should have to see a doctor in order to smoke marijuana any more than I should have to see a doctor in order to have a vodka martini.
If there is any indication from the 6,000 signatures the Coalition for a Safer Detroit collected, in a matter of weeks, there are plenty of voters on his side.
That's a good street poll.
The proposal allows Detroiters 21 or older to possess up to 1 ounce of marijuana on private property. But to Beck, it's more than just getting high. According to stats he obtained from the Michigan State Police, there were more than 1,500 misdemeanor marijuana arrests last year in the city of Detroit. His argument? Decriminalizing marijuana will allow Detroit police to save money and time and focus on real crimes.
It's about $350 an hour in processing time and in court time and police time and everything else. That adds up to over $2.6 million being spent in the city of Detroit on petty marijuana use.
It's now up to the city council, which will decide whether it will approve the proposal. If it doesn't, the issue automatically will appear on the November ballot and will be left up to the voters.
While I'm still reviewing the proposal and also reviewing the cost associated with putting it on the ballot, my inclination at this stage is to let it go to the people for a vote. Now, I have not really formulated a full position on this. I want to weigh the pros and cons. And I think that's something that all council members are going to be doing.
There's absolutely no reason why it should be illegal. This is nonsense. It's going back like to the days of prohibition.
Now, Beck also thinks by legalizing marijuana that will lure more people to live in the city of Detroit. The city council plans to discuss this proposal on June 9th, Cockrell says, if not sooner. I did speak to a Detroit police spokesperson about this to get the department's opinion. He says it's too early for the department to take a position, but they plan to look at this proposal a little bit closer to find out the true legal impact. Reporting live at the City County Building in downtown Detroit, I'm Taryn Asher, Fox 2 News.
You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it, and it goes down smooth. Hey!
Hi, I'm Radical Russ Belville, host of Normal Show Live. Our show is streaming live on the internet at live.normal.org every weekday at 4 p.m. Eastern. On May 20th, 2010, our local Portland ABC affiliate, K2 News, presented the following video. Reporter Anna Song claims to go undercover to discover how easy it is to get a medical marijuana card in the state of Oregon. This piece by Anna Song and K2 News shows how the mainstream media is more than willing to paint that picture of abuse needed for those opponents to undermine a very successful and accepted program. I'll take you through this video piece by piece to help you understand how the media is distorting the facts. We begin with Anna Song's narration.
My quest to get a card begins with a visit to a local medical marijuana clinic.
All right, hold it a moment. Let me just first say that the phone number 384-WEED is not helping our cause any. Okay, Ms. Song, continue.
As I approach, I'm greeted by a man on a smoke break who confirms why I'm there and proceeds to review my medical records right on the sidewalk, cigarette in mouth. He says these look good, puts out his cig, and tells me to follow him inside.
Now, if there's something scandalous to report here, it is that this medical clinic's employee is violating the medical privacy laws covered under HIPAA. There is also some concern that the employee would be using tobacco outside the clinic, where patients who are medically sensitive to tobacco smoke would be coming in for an appointment. However, another way to look at this is to see an employee cutting short his break to help a person in pain get some relief with medical marijuana. Since marijuana has been demonized for so long in our society, many patients are nervous and afraid when they approach a clinic. So at least this employee was trying to set Miss Song at ease.
Once inside, I'm given paperwork to fill out, my medical records are copied, and I'm told to return for an appointment at 5:04 next Monday.
So Ms. Song was able to go to a medical marijuana clinic and get an appointment to see a doctor within a week? How many of you can get an appointment with a specialist within a week of walking in off the street?
Fast forward to appointment day, 5:04 p.m. Same greeter. He takes my $200 fee, issues me a handwritten receipt because the credit card machine is not printing. Then I wait.
It's a subtle dig, but note how Ms. Song mentions the credit card receipt being handwritten because the printer is broken. This kind of thing happens to various businesses all the time, but Ms. Song felt it should be mentioned. This is a 4.5-minute news piece, so every word chosen and every shot shown is there for a reason. She could have said, gave my $200 and he handed me a receipt, but the point here is to portray the clinic as unprofessional and somehow acting fraudulently in helping these patients get medical marijuana.
Other patients arrive, then more, then more. Nearly 45 minutes later, we're all still waiting for the doctor